Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to another weather forecast. And this video is very, very exciting. We do have now officially our first winter storm of the winter 2020-21 season, and it is Winter Storm Abigail, which will bring in snow. And the very, very soon from now, for portions of the Midwest, can drop up to 1 to maybe maximum up to 2 feet of snowfall for those areas in the Midwest and the upper Northwestern Rockies. I do apologize if I'm talking low or if I'm sniffling in this video. I'm actually in quarantine right now because I have quite a lot of COVID symptoms. I do not know if I have it or not. I'm going to try to go to a doctor in the coming days. So I do apologize if I sniffle or if you hear the video pause, because that could be me trying to sneeze or anything like that. So I do apologize if this video is kind of a little roller coaster with sounds or something like that. But we're going to be talking about Windstorm Abigail. We do have windstorm warnings, watches, and advisories for areas of the northern United States, including the Midwest. We also be looking at the model showing what they know for snowfall, and also be looking at the very large cold front that will help support and allow this snowstorm to actually thrive. But without further ado, let's go into the video. So here's a look now at the National Weather Service, and as you do see, we do have quite a bit of advisories and alerts for the upper northern United States, all the way from the Rockies, from Montana to the upper peninsula for the Michigan area. But we do have windstorm warnings as of now for the Minneapolis and Eau Claire little area there. So St. Paul, Rochester, I believe as well, Minneapolis, Eau Claire. You guys are under windstorm warnings now, as we're seeing quite the heavy snow there. Eau Claire, St. Paul, Minneapolis. Rochester is actually just in a winter weather advisory, but let's check out the snowfall totals here. So time, the snow will end expected to 1 a.m., 12 a.m. right now. So we're actually seeing snow in these areas right now. We're seeing snow in those general areas right now, but this is not from Windstorm Abigail. Abigail is going to be coming in the next 36 hours here for the exact same areas that are getting snow right now. The snow that they're getting right now isn't named or anything, it's just a little snowstorm. So, but we do have windstorm warnings for those areas because of the snow we're seeing right now. But it's going to be moving out by the early morning hours, if not late evening hours right now. But we do have windstorm watches, and these windstorm watches are in effect for Windstorm Abigail. Now, these are for Abigail. These windstorm watches include the Bismarck area, Jamestown, and you see the risk for seeing more than 6 inches of snow is high for the areas in Bismarck and Washburn, 70 to 100% chance, as well as the Ashley and Jamestown area as well. So definitely drop some good amount of snow. Harvey, Blahman, Lemon, Dickinson, you guys are under some windstorm watches. And then obviously in Montana, I believe we have Billings. Yeah, we got Billings, Livingston, Miles City, Sheridan, Red Lodge. You guys are under windstorm watches in the much of the upper part of the rest of the state of Montana, including Glasgow, Glendive, Harve, Great Falls, Helena, Livingston, the areas of West Yellowstone, and all the way up into Missoula. And then we do have a slight chance of freezing rain tonight to early Wednesday. Lots more snow likely Wednesday night, Thursday again. It's most likely gonna come the next 36-ish hours for the Midwest, but it will be arriving a lot sooner as far as the next 24 hours for the upper Northwest Rockies. And then highs in the teens. Yes, you heard me. Highs in the teens and lows in the single digits above and below freezing. Zero. As you do see, some of these areas can get up to a foot of snow, and these temperatures are going to reach the teens, and they might get a lot lower. If we look here, it's going to get a lot colder in these general areas here. I mean, you can just see, but you're going to be dropping quite a bit of snow there for these general areas, but we're going to be looking at models more closely to be talking about that. So let's go and take a look at those models. So here's looking at the NAN 12 kilometer model. This is the 18Z, so newly refreshed, but as you do see, that snow's going to start arriving. This is actually the snow we're seeing right now. Like I said, it's not Abigail. It's a little snow area there. It's going to bring quite the heavy snow. This is exactly why you have those winter storm warnings and advisories in those areas. And then here comes Abigail. It's going to come in around Thursday, like later than the Rockies, Thursday night. But it's going to bring quite the heavy snow for northern and generally much of North Dakota, the upstate Minnesota area, upstate South Dakota. It's going to be quite a lot of snow there. That's going to bring a lot of snow for areas out there in northern Minnesota, much of the Dakotas, and that's gonna leave and go, and then obviously diminish out all the way up into Canada. But let's check out now the new GFS, the general GFS here. This is also the new 18Z. As you see, there's that snowstorm we're seeing right now. You see, it is bringing a heavy to the rain or a heavy to the snow, where we do have those windstorm warnings in effect right now. So it just kind of fits perfectly. And then here comes Abigail. GFS is getting out a lot more to the south here than the NAN 12 kilometer. Obviously, the NAN 12 kilometer isn't the most reliable. But there's GFS showing really heavy snow there for areas of the Dakotas and Minnesota there. And it's going to start bringing maybe some freezing rain for the Minneapolis area, for the Eau Claire area. So if you're in Madison, if you're in Rochester, Des Moines, Chicago, you guys most likely really won't get affected by this whatsoever. So maybe some rain, which obviously isn't the best. But I mean, it's going to bring quite the heavy snow for Duluth, upstate Wisconsin, the northwestern part of the state of Michigan there. Going to bring in some snow there for the Dakotas. Really heavy snow there. And then it's going to continue by Friday. Continue to bring that rain for the upper Great Lakes region, and then move out by Saturday. So here looking at the European, as you do see, still continue to see that snow there for the Midwest areas. And as you do see, there comes Abigail, bringing that first snow out there for the Rockies out there by Wednesday night. And then going to even bring a little branch of light snow there. Not going to be the main portion. Obviously, there's the main portion. And I mean, the European is getting this to a very large, significant snowstorm from Wyoming, bringing really heavy. The heaviest of the snow will most likely be for southern North Dakota, northern South Dakota, and northern Minnesota. That's kind of where we're seeing the heaviest of the snow there. And it's going to start to diminish, obviously, by the Friday evening time frame or Saturday morning. So here's looking now at the total GFS, on GFS, total accumulation in inches. And as you see, it is showing quite a bit of snow. I mean, a lot of snow compared to the NAN 12 kilometer. As you see, it's actually supporting, and this is actually, some of these snowfall totals are actually including the snowstorm we're seeing now. So like a lot of this is from the snowstorm we're seeing now. So Minneapolis seeing another 6 inches or 8 inches, a lot of this as well as northern Wisconsin. So not all those 15, 17 inches actually from Abigail itself. Actually, it's gonna probably just kind of subtract. But for South Dakota, North Dakota, it is. All that you see there, that's actually from Abigail. As you do see, Abigail's expected to drop up to a foot or a foot and a half for areas of north South Dakota, like I said, northern South Dakota. The north central portions of Minnesota expected to bring in around a foot of snow for Duluth, up to 17 to 19 inches from this snowstorm we have now combined. So basically expect 19 inches of snow by Saturday. Whether it's just from Abigail or whether it's from this snowstorm we're seeing now. But I see the upper northwestern mid area of Michigan, and upstate Wisconsin, 17 to 21 inches of snow there. Quite significant. 15 inches of snow by Saturday by areas just north of Minneapolis and St. Paul. Going to bring in around 12 inches of snow for southern North Dakota. I mean, you can just kind of see this track. It's going to go all the way up into the areas of Canada and Ontario by that time here. So here's looking at the European model as well. This is also including the snowstorm we have now. I wish I could eliminate and just look for Abigail, but I'm just going to say this is how much you're going to see by Friday, or by Saturday. So you do see the majority of snow is going to be kind of right there in the Midwest there. 14 inches of snow to 16 inches of snow for the areas of northwestern Wisconsin and areas near Minneapolis. That is expected to see on the ground by Saturday. I do see quite a ton of snow there for the Rockies, up to 5 feet of snow. Yes, you heard me, up to 5 feet of snow likely for the southern Montana area. The Yellowstone area going to be seeing around a foot to 2 feet of snowfall there. Going to see up to around half a foot as well, all the way to Casper. Billings, you guys can see up to over 15 inches of snowfall. But like I did say, southern North Dakota, northern Minnesota, and northern South Dakota will be seeing the worst of Abigail. Not the one we're seeing now, but the Abigail, which would be mainly the biggest day, Thursday and Friday for these areas here. Up to 13 to 19 inches of snowfall for northern South Dakota. Up here, you guys are just going to be missing out up to less than an inch most likely there. Bismarck, 8 to 11 inches of snowfall there, but areas near Fargo can see up to over 10 inches to 12 inches of snowfall. As you can see, areas near Eau Claire, 6 to 11 inches of snowfall left. Like I said, not going to affect Des Moines, not going to affect Chicago, Madison. Most likely won't even affect Wisconsin, Dallas, or Green Bay. It's going to kind of stay to the north there. Up to a foot of snow left for Duluth. 13 to 15 inches for the upstate area as well. So let's check how this is actually such a big snowstorm, so significant. How is this actually happening? Well, look at the very large cold front. It is coming in perfect timing here. There's Friday. We're seeing well below 20 degrees below average. Saturday supporting well below average as well. And then it's going to continue to bring an extremely cold temperature. I mean, look at these. These are making me shiver just from looking at them. Well below 28 degrees below average there. I mean, it is going to be extremely cold. Check out the two temperatures shaded. These are overnight lows. Actually, this is actually last Sunday. These are the overnight lows for tonight. Seeing the upper 20s, so it's going to continue to allow that snow to stick currently. And as we get closer into the week now, at the end of the week, there you can see that cold front. There's that big part of the cold front. Seeing teens in single digits there for areas of the Dakotas, 20s and below freezing temperatures as well as Kansas. And this is when the snowstorm comes. Really, Saturday is going to continue to stay on 9 to 7 degrees. I mean, we're seeing single digits for areas of Minnesota, single digits for North Dakota. We're seeing teens all the way up into South Dakota, Wisconsin. I mean, it is going to be really cold. I mean, look at that. Teens for Wisconsin there, teens for Minnesota. Almost getting teens up there in Nebraska. And then it's going to continue to really just stay extremely cold. I mean, look at that. 1 degree. Almost 0 degrees, guys, for South Dakota. And that is not in the mountains, so that is quite the cold temperature. I mean, look at that. Look. -4 degrees. 7 degrees for Nebraska, guys. This is actually crazy. I mean, that's October 26th. This is not January 26th. Look at that. I mean, 0 degrees, -4 degrees, -6 degrees. I mean, that is extremely cold for areas of the Dakotas. And obviously, the Rockies, -6, -4, 0 degrees, 4 degrees for areas in Minnesota. I mean, look at that. We're seeing teens for Kansas, guys. Teens for Kansas on October 26th. 13 degrees. 13 degrees for Minneapolis as well. And then it just continues to get worse. I mean, look at that. 5 degrees for Minneapolis. Look at that. 3 degrees for Kansas. That is mental. They didn't even get those temperatures in general in winter at all. And it's happening in October. It's 4 degrees and -2 degrees for Nebraska. 2 degrees for Iowa. 1 degree for Iowa. I mean, it is just going to be mental, this cold. And then obviously it starts to really warm up a little bit. And the fact that 20s is actually warm up is quite sad. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and bye, guys.